Number two on the topic today, right, is that I want to tell you just a little bit. I want to give you a little bit of NLP training today. And here's why, because when we're going into these 2 weeks of energy, of high energy, right? Hello, Vicki. If we're going into these 2 weeks of high energy, one of the things that I find, I mean, this happens all the time, but one of the finds is communication. So we are always interacting with other people, always, 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 right? We're doing our own work, our own in introspection, our own reflection, our own lives, our own thing. And then we are always interacting with other people. So be it work or clients or partner, children, angel, you know, all of those things with the children or anything that we have. So one of the things I want to talk real briefly, and then I want to get to more readings today. I want to talk real briefly about this concept of communication. And I want to talk about the awareness that verbal communication, our words, our actual words that we use, is only 7% of the way we communicate. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back a little bit into I'm going to bring up the science, but I'm going to go just a bit back into what I talk about all the time, you guys, which is everything is energy. Our chakras are always sending out information, always into our physical reality, right? Our material world, our physical 3D world. And then we are always receiving energy back from the physical world. Now, on a quantum level, we are also sending our energy and our vibes and our thoughts and our emotions out into the quantum field. And then the quantum field is always bringing energy back for us. This is the basics of manifestation, okay? Law of attraction that I talk about a lot. So through our chakras, through our bioenergy field, right? Our bioenergetics, our aura, we are transmitting information, receiving information. Talk about this all the time. This is not new information for you guys, okay? So I call it my spidey senses. My Reiki teacher, the one I just went to for Blue Star, he calls it our cat's whiskers, which I love because I have a kitty cat. So that is the information. So one of the ways that we are constantly getting information, receiving and transmitting is through our body, our physicality, our words, right? But our words are only 7% of the information that we're sending out there. So what we're speaking, right? I got to look at my notes to make sure the statistics. So out of that, tonality, the way we say something, the tone of our voice, right? The pitch, the tempo, the timbre, the loudness, right? The volume, that is actually 38% of our communication, right? So you take 38% and 7%, and that actually is our words. Now, the rest of it is our physicality. It's our nonverbal communication. So it's our posture. How are we holding ourselves? You know, are we sunk in? Are we bending over because we're sad? Are we open because we're open? Are we standing up tall? How are we doing that? That is our physicality. Okay. So I just want you to be aware of that. So when you're talking to people and you want to be in rapport with them, particularly when you're talking to your children, you're talking to your partner, somebody that's important at work, and you want to be in rapport with them, just keep aware that your words are only a very small percentage of it, and then your tonality. So let me give you a for instance, because I do this. So because I like to give for instances and stories. Okay. So here's two things I'm going to say. Okay. My partner makes me coffee in the morning, right? My husband makes me coffee. I can say, you made me coffee, with a smile. Or I can say, you made me coffee, right? That's tonality. So there's two different ways of doing that. So you made me coffee is like, thank you, right? That's my voice goes up, my tonality goes up, and there is an inference of thank you. There's an inference of gratitude in there, of appreciation, okay? Now, here's something that's really awesome. So it is our thoughts, right, that creates our emotions. And our emotions is what affects our neurobiology. It affects our chemistry. So how we think and how we feel actually tells our brain which chemistry, which neurotransmitters, which hormones, which chemistry to flood into our body. So my husband hears, "You made me coffee today," in a very nice voice. And his thought is, "Oh, she appreciates me," which floods him, which the emotion comes up of appreciation. And appreciation actually tells his brain to put oxytocin, which is the love hormone, the love chemical, the safe chemical, and put that into his system. So then his vibes back to me, the way he's going to respond to me is going to be in rapport, and he's going to respond back to me in a very happy way, right? Because his neurobiology, his neurochemistry has told him she's happy, right? That's what's going on. So now if I say, "You made me coffee today," that tells him what's up. Something's wrong with her. She's crabby today. What's going on? So that thought gives his emotions of being concerned. His spidey senses go off and it's like, what's wrong with my wife today? So his spidey senses go off. That thought creates the emotion of stress. Stress, your brain, and stress, the emotion of stress tells your brain to release cortisol. Right? So cortisol is the stress hormone, and it's the fight or flight freeze hormone. And that activates your autonomic nervous system, which is not your rest and digest. That's your, the saber-toothed tiger's coming. Okay. So please be aware of tonality and how you say things, and be able to choose your words carefully. Okay. One more quick thing I want to tell you, and this is advanced. This is also my study of NLP that I love. So one of the things is that you can actually read people. You know how you say you read people? You guys, you're highly sensitive. All of my community is highly sensitive empaths. I guarantee that every single one of you are good at reading people, right? I'm sure you are. So you're good at reading people. So here is a way to read people even better. This is called visual acuity. And this is actually going beyond the physicality, going beyond the tonality in the words, and looking at people's faces. It's like face reading, okay? And we can't control this, you guys. We do this. So this is visual acuity. So you can actually look at people's faces and their micro movements, and it's going to give you a lot of information about what that person is thinking and feeling. Okay. So color shifts, it's called color shifts, right? That is actually like blushing, or maybe when, the color drains out of our face. So let's say that we have a moment of fear, and you look at somebody in a moment of fear and their face literally goes white, right? It's because the thought is, I'm in danger. The emotion is fear. The emotion of fear sends off the neurochemistry of massive fight or flight, and literally the blood will drain out of the face. It will drain out of protects the organs, so you can take off and run. Okay. So if you see the blood drain out of the face, you know that they're afraid. Let's say that you are being a little bit silly and you're teasing somebody and you're putting the spotlight on them. Well, so you're going to put the attention on someone. So you look at their face, their visual acuity, and, and they start blushing, right? So what happens is the thought is, I have attention on me right now. I don't think I like attention on me. The emotion is one of embarrassment. That tells your neurobiology to flood chemistry into there that's going to cause embarrassment, and then actually you get a flush. So your blood vessels actually fill up with blood, and you get a flush. Okay. So visual acuity. So you can look at somebody's face. You can look at the corners of their eyes. You can see if their eyes frown, you can see the frown lines, you can see a smile, you can see all those kind of things. You can get a lot of information about somebody from their face reading. Okay. I'm telling you, you guys, the government is very, very, very aware of the science of visual acuity and face reading and our neurobiology. And people are really highly trained in this. So interrogators, investigations, people that handle hostage situations, crisis situations, there is a lot of information that comes that we cannot control because it is our physiology and it is based on our behavior, and we cannot control it. That's going to give a lot of information. So I just wanted to give a little bit of some kind of, again, some NLP, some neuro-linguistic programming, a little bit of science in there to just kind of tell you this week it would be fun. You know what I mean? When you're working with other people right now and you're with your partner or, you know, with your children, or you're doing something and you want to ask questions, look at their face, look at their micro movements and see if you can pay a little bit more attention to them, right? So that means we're getting out of our own stuff. We're listening to them and not immediately thinking about our response. We're listening to them, we're looking at them, we're entraining our energy, we're being aware of them, and see if you can increase the tingling spidey senses that you have. And I'm telling you, it's going to make you a better communicator. It's going to make it easier for people to like you. And it's going to make it easier when you ask for the things you want and need in life, that when you're in rapport with the other people, you are going to have much more positive experiences. Positive experiences, again, your vibe attracts your tribe, is manifestation, the law of attraction, and being in flow. Okay. So it's really pretty cool stuff, and it all interrelates. Okay. Awesome. Do you guys have any questions on that? You've been very, very, very quiet. I know when you're very, very, very quiet, because I know from doing these every single Monday that you all are listening, right? So, okay. Okay. I love it. I am going to, Hitomi, if you're here, I want to make sure I move on. Okay. Oh, Carol, you're here. My goodness, what are you doing checking in, girlfriend? You guys, Carol is one of my dearest best friends. And she never is on my Magic Monday. So I have no idea what Carol's doing here. But Carol, love to see you, my friend. So happy that you're here. Okay, awesome. You guys have told me Carol's never had a card reading either. So pretty cool. And Adrian, we'll see. Maybe the guides will pull you guys and you'll get lucky today. Okay. So, okay, Hitomi, I'm going to do a card reading. And in between a memoir of a grant. Good. Distraction. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start with the card reading right now. And Hitomi's going to do a name. Now, real quick, while Hitomi is pulling a name for me and getting that going, I just want to tell you that I do have a special right now running. I decided, actually, my team told me to give you guys a gift, and I love it. So normally my Reiki hours that I do once a month, where I do my Reiki healing hours, is a energy exchange of $33, right? Excuse me, hang on, Laura, water. Sorry, I got a little in there. So so normally they're $33, and then we'll do a group healing. Usually I do I teach you an energy, some kind of energy technique that you can use on your own for about the first 5-10 minutes. And then I do the Reiki healing of universal of all of us that are in here. And then I will go in and I will actually do individual healings on each of you guys. Okay. And then that takes about an hour. So that takes about an hour. So it's $33. But what I'm doing is, excuse me again. What I'm doing is, for if you sign up for November, it's always the first Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. Arizona time. If you sign up for November, you get December free. Okay, so it's my Christmas holiday, Rosh Hashanah, whatever you want to call it, gift for you. So if you guys want to get a 2-for-1, just go ahead and sign up for the November Reiki. There's no coupon, there's no anything to put in. I'm just keeping track of it. And whoever signs up for November, I will make sure that I send you the link for December. Okay. Okay. So that was what I wanted to tell you.